Hello, welcome, and thank you so much for joining me, Alyssa Arundell, for our April 2020 tarot card reading. If you haven't already, I'd be honoured if you subscribed and also hit the notification bell so that you get alerted every time Patrick and I drop a new video. Also, I'd love to tell you about our free 3-card tarot reading, which you can get in the description box down beneath this video. It's completely free and it looks at your past tense, your present tense, and your future tense. A lot of readings out there are generic, but this reading really is written specifically for the past, present, and future in mind, so that you can get a really overarching energy and feel of the situation that you're inquiring about. So if you haven't already, see the description box beneath this video to get your free 3 tarot card reading. Hello Scorpio, thank you so much for joining me for your April 2020 tarot card reading. Astrologically, with the new moon of Taurus on the 23rd, I do feel like new approaches to your relationships can be triggered with this. But let's have a look at what is on the cards for you. This is a general reading, so we'll try to take into account the energies specifically for you, Scorpio. We start off with the 6 of Cups. I feel as though with this card, you're moving on from something that doesn't serve you anymore. Something it might have been very difficult actually to move on from it, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and I feel as though you know that. You're starting to feel like that. Memories from your history or childhood could really come up at the moment. Some of those will be precious, happy memories, and some of them may not be so happy, but it could say as well that there's an old issue that needs to be resolved. Yeah, just reconnecting to your past in some way before you move on. It's like something needs to be looked at. Having this, just see the situation with eyes of a child. Just try and see it as innocently as you can. Romanticizing about the past can happen with us all. We can often put people on pedestals from our past who we didn't at the time, because hindsight gives us a different version of events. So yeah, just a lot of, it's not a good or bad card for you. I just feel, Scorpio, that it's just a little bit of a trip down memory lane, and those memories can be both positive and maybe even a little tricky. What's blocking you at this time though? We have here the 9 of Pentacles. As a blockage card, it's almost like I feel like your resources feel a little bit stunted at the moment. This, it's a very positive card to come up, because it can mean that financial matters are going to resolve themselves, and or you might adopt a new passion or interest. I feel like that is what the energy that you want is, but there might be a bit of melancholy that's maybe telling you that you can't move forward with your passions because you just maybe don't want to feel like you want to mix with people at the moment, or maybe you just want a bit of time alone. But this card is saying no, you've got a lot of spark in you, you've got a lot to give, a lot to offer. Allow yourself to get out there and do it, because financial rewards can come from it. The card that is the foundation of your whole reality right now is the 4 of Cups. This can be a card of extremes. So again, like with this card, it can be it can be feeling like extremely happy about certain things in your life and feeling extremely unhappy about certain things of your life. It's asking you to reevaluate your situation, because there could be an opportunity that you're missing right now. What you're looking for though could be right in front of your face, and I do feel that there are positive forces really working with you to help you see what's being offered to you. If you have felt this distraction, if you have felt this emotional trap, it's not saying it's for no reason, but there is more to come. If you're feeling apathetic, if you're getting lost in your own little world, if you're feeling bored, discontented, daydreamy, it won't last forever. This is just something that you're going through right now, Scorpio, and it isn't always easy. But I do get the impression that with this Nine of Pentacles, it will clear up. We have in the past here the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like you've been a student in your life of something that's very important to you. So either you have a specific area of interest that you've put a lot of work and dedication into, whether that's doing online courses, college degrees, something like that. I'm not sure whether you still want to carry forwards in that field, but what you've learned is invaluable and is actually really going to help you as you move forward on your life purpose. So, you know, well done for taking the steps to learn. We have here as the card that spiritually crowned you, the Eight of Cups. I think that this is fantastic that this has come up for your spiritual card, because the Eight of Cups is all about moving forwards and moving on. I feel that's what you need. There's something that's stuck in the past. There's some thing that is this nostalgia or whatever it is that keeps creeping up, and it's not your fault. Like, we all go through this. So it's definitely not a criticism. We feel like we've healed from something and then it can come up for us again. But I think with the Eight of Cups making an appearance for you, Scorpio, it's saying that you can move on. You will move on. Boom. There you go. Immediate future, Wheel of Fortune. The time is turning. The tables are turning. A new way of being is coming into your existence, and I feel like you're going to really embrace this, actually, and this apathy and this sort of feeling like you just want to be quiet and alone will fizzle out a bit. This could come because positive changes are going to occur in your life, and this is a really good time to make those changes, whether they're small or big. I think these old blocks are going to start lifting. And I think things could move forwards quicker than you think. If events have shook your faith completely, I think you'll see that you have become you've learned so much from it. I mean, my goodness, it's like hindsight's a fine thing, right? But I think that you'll look back at this and think, oh, wow, like I have become this person with all these skills and all this knowledge. It's going to be a time of really realizing your own worth, I feel, Scorpio. Your state of mind here is the Moon. I think when this card makes an appearance for you, it's telling you that you've got to trust your gut instincts at the moment. Allow that intuitive, spiritual side of your nature to be your guide. Sometimes when we have a spread, it's more practical, but I'm feeling like with you, with the Cups and the Moon card, this is all about feeling your way through decisions, feeling your way through life, trusting yourself and not letting other people's opinions influence you too much. You can always take on board other people's viewpoints, of course, but you can trust yourself here. We have as an outside influence the Lovers. This could be in terms of a relationship or any kind of partnership, because this card also means choice. So there is something that's happening outside of you to do with a relationship that's just playing on your mind a little bit. And like I say, it's going to be different for everybody because it's a general reading. It could be a couple you know, and you're just maybe thinking about them, maybe even a bit concerned about them because this Moon card comes up and secrets can come out. So it could be to do with that, but I don't think it's going to impact you immensely, Scorpio. I think it's going to be something that's just happening around you and you might get dragged into it a little bit, but I don't think it's something that's going to like trouble you too much. You have here as your hopes or fears the Ten of Pentacles. This is what you want because this was your block card. Your blockage card was the 9. So what you want is the 10. And this is what you are manifesting into your life in a very spiritual way. This is contentment. This is feeling financially secure. This is having your base needs met. This is new jobs on the horizon, new opportunities. I think you want all this, but I don't know whether you might not feel you've got the energy for it right now, but that is going to change in the near future when this wheel changes over. And then as your outcome card, you have the King of Cups. This is you. This is you on top of the world in some ways. Really a guy of deep emotion. You feel things very intuitively. You're a natural born counselor. You're really good at listening to people for the majority of the time. And I think people get a lot of comfort from your wisdom and your experiences. You may wish to volunteer in some way for a charity. But you could also be given some good advice from somebody around you who's going to help you navigate through this situation. And I think ultimately you'll become the advisor yourself, because you will have fought through this, and you're going to have gained even more knowledge about life, about your purpose, about other people's purposes. And that's really going to carry you forwards for this month, and potentially that energy could follow on for the rest of the year. Thank you so much for joining me for this month's tarot card reading. I really appreciate you allowing me to be in your space, and I'm happy to have been in yours. Once again, I'd be really honoured if you press the subscribe button and notification bell. Until we speak again next month, thank you for joining me. Many blessings, Alyssa.